A huge whale was chained to death because of death on the sea, because it accidentally eaten local fishermen, punished by the king, have been trapped for 500 years. Now the body has grown into a small island. Endless torture. Let the giant whale shed tears every day. Until this day, a man happened to pass by, decided to save it. One in this behavior. A10 offended the king. Men are going to replace giant whales. Be severely punished. The man's name is Ashui. He was the son of a farmer. He got out of the lake a few days ago, rescued a white horse. Who knows, the next day, that white horse turned into a talking little donkey. To show thanks, also brought 2 peerless BMWs, and willing to follow Ashay. But Ashay can't be happy at all, because of the toss last night, made a mess in the wheat field, caused heavy losses to the farmer. In order to make up for my mistakes, Ashui rides on the donkey. Plan to use those 2 horses. Go back for some food. Then Ashui rushed towards Wangcheng, just entered the city gate. It was met by people's onlookers, even someone, a big price to buy a BMW. And this scene just happened to be not far away. The king sees. The king is famous for being careful. Such a beautiful BMW. Naturally it will be confiscated by him. A handsome can't afford to provoke. Have to obediently. Little donkey sees Ashui's helplessness, so yell. Those 2 horses. Ta turned around and ran towards them. The king is unwilling. Chased by the army. Who knows, rushed into the flower pile. Make up. The king saw the situation, so embarrassed. Just deliberately get used to it. Since Ashay is so capable, why not go to the country to suppress the phoenix? The fire phoenix harms the country and reflects the people. If you can double it, then regard Ashay as a hero. A handsome helpless. Had to walk towards the oasis. Fortunately, the donkey is smart. Said fire phoenix likes pine cones the most. Sure enough, flames burst out of the ground. A phoenix full of flames rushed out, grabbed the pine cones and threw them into the sky. Swallow with mouth wide open. It seems that it really likes pine cones. Eating one by one. Suddenly the fire phoenix became dizzy. Staggered to the ground. It turned out to be a shui long ago. Anesthetic was put in the pine cones. This is the fire phoenix caught. When he is happy. A bird's leg stretched out from behind. There is an oasis in the desert. There is one in the legend. Evil fire phoenix. Shui was punished by the king, forcing him to come here to destroy it. Fire phoenix is eating at night. I happened to see him. Fire phoenix furious. Chased towards a Shui. Seeing to be caught up. Little donkey rushed out. Knocked over the fire phoenix. But this time, fire phoenix is completely angry. Fire phoenix waved its wings. Flames soaring into the sky. Lit an oasis in the desert. At the moment of life and death, a handsome had to throw the pine cones in your hand. The fire phoenix opened its mouth and swallowed it. Then the anesthetic takes effect. The fire phoenix plunged into the lake. That's it, a handsome. Successfully captured fire anti-phoenix. But looking at the pitiful appearance of the fire phoenix, the kinda handsome loosened the chain. The phoenix soars into the sky. Free again. Leaving a feather. Give it to Ashay for business. Can go back to the king's city. Seeing Ashay empty-handed, the king escorted him to the guillotine. Shui defended loudly. Said that he had tamed the fire phoenix. Distrustful talk. He also brought phoenix feathers. But this feather has lost its luster. Looks like chicken feathers. The king did not listen to the execution. At this time, the feathers on the floor have changed. There is a fire in the sky not far away. It's fire phoenix. It heard Ashui's whistle, hovering constantly on the main city. Finally landed on the highest spire. The subject saw this scene, or shocked to hear from ear to ear. Shout a handsome as a hero. The king sees badly. Hurry up on stage. Give Ashay a night. However, King Well does not intend to let him go. Order again to Ashay. Let him go to the extreme cold of the north. There is an ice castle. A princess lives in it. The king asked Ashay to help himself matchmaking. A Shui was forced to set off again. One person and one donkey came to the gate of the castle. Seeing the door is empty, a Shuijian walked over without fear. That hit the air wall head on. Turns out this is a magic wall. At this time, the feathers of the fire phoenix flew out, pierced towards the gate. The door melted, washed away the donkey, and Ashay walked into the castle. I'm the sleeping princess. When the princess heard Ashay say, to the king as a young rich teacher, immediately get up and go with Ashay. But such a high castle. How to go on? The princess went crazy suddenly, pulled Ashi and jumped straight down. Ding Chao was seen by the donkey. The donkey also flew down. Wings grow out of my body. Caught the two falling. Finally, Aleksey succeeded. Take the princess back to the city. But the careful king still won't give up. Said on the east side of the sea, there was a whale attacking. This huge whale. Because I accidentally ate the local fisherman. Been trapped in place for 500 years. But the king did not intend to let it go. So he sent Aleksey to destroy it. Seeing the painful look of a giant whale, a teacher can't bear it. Decided to save the whale. He rides on a donkey. Heads straight towards. Fly in from the nostrils of the whale. Ambulate inside the whale. Like the stars in the night sky. The little donkey stretched out its wings carefully. Touching the inner wall of the nostril. The giant whale was made to sneeze. Actually slowly lifted up. Broke the chains one by one. Then look up and spray. Squirting a person and a donkey. Then from the mouth of the giant whale, dozens of human sailboats sailed out. It turns out that this is the realm of giant whales. It was the fisherman who stumbled into its territory by mistake. Then Aleksey came to the shore. A crab brings a ring. It's a giant whale as a gift of thanks. Now a handsome can completely become a hero. Loved by the subjects. That in a shuai's heart. Just remember the princess. It turns out that the princess was banned for 4 times. This old and oily Puzinin. The princess doesn't want to marry him. A shuai is her prince charming. Under the king's anger. Put the princess under house arrest. A shuai secretly came to the princess's window. Who knows this scene? Happened to be seen by the minister. So he brought a shuai down. Shuai will be tried the next day. The king got 3 boilers. 2 of them were boiled. The middle one is filled with ice cubes. If Aleksey can jump into 3 boilers, the king recognizes him as a hero. A handsome knows that this is a life of 9 deaths. Confession affectionately to the princess. Pushed down by the king. See the princess badly. Quickly took off the ring. General Aleksey from the first. Rescued from the boiling pot. Immediately after Aleksey. Fall into the ice pot in the middle. Frozen to ice in an instant. At this time, the fire phoenix roared. A feather fell from the sky. The ice cubes melt instantly. A shuai soars into the sky. Fell into the last boiling water pot. The temperature in this boiler is at least 1,000. Ordinary people are basically familiar as soon as they enter. People in the audience feel. Now as she is not saved. Even the princess hid her face and wept. Suddenly a streamer flashed in the sky. A dandelion fell slowly. Turned out just now. Little donkey ran to the end of the world. Found this flower. The flower of God that controls life and death. A handsome rises slowly from the boiler. It's like a god descending to the earth. People cheered, yelling Aleksey as the real son. The king on the side sees it. I'm desperate to say that I have to try. Result. 3 pages. Then a huge bubble flew up. Carrying a cautious king. Flew into the distance. And a shuai puts on a yellow robe. With the support of the subjects. Became the new king. Live with the princess. Happy life. Non-stop. Alright, that's it for today's story. I pay attention to me. Unlock more exciting movies for you in the next issue. See you next time. Self.